Hello, gamers. Do I sound like shit? Probably. Ah. First matter of business tonight. I thought of a much better name than Some Moist. Fucking, what was I thinking with Some Moist? We've got Some Undyne. Free roll Agitato, damn. Oh, seven's in the chat for Tato. Adge done Tato. Welcome, Tato. First things first, if you notice, we have changed the name of Samoist to Samundine, which I think is just better. Um, Second matter of business. I have found our Eevee. Me, I I figured it out yesterday, like the basis of it yesterday. And then today at work during a meeting, I I doodled it. Because why would I pay attention to meetings? Introducing Chrysal. Some error in my BSD sums. Yeah. That doesn't matter. This matters right now. This is Chrysal. This is our Eevee. I forgot to write down its type, but it's Rock Fairy. It's supposed to be pronounced Crystal, like crystal without the T, Crystal. But it did just end up being Chrysal. Its first ability is Sturdy, its second ability is Anticipation, and its hidden ability is Clear Body, because it's a clear crystal. And it's sad, because it doesn't know what it is yet. And since it is just a rock, its defensive stats are higher than its offensive stats. Yeah, big fan of Crystal. I mean, like, the art could have been a lot better. I could have done a lot better with this, but, like, I was doodling it in a meeting. Okay, cut me some slack. Imagine paying attention at a work meeting. Could it not be me? And this is going to knock out, like, a considerable amount of spots in the decks. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 slots. My BST sums are including secondary types. No. They're just red because they're 0. And I had a BST like goal that I wanted to get to. And it's not there. So if I set this to like, see, look, now it's green. It's also only looking it's not looking at the types. If it was looking at the types, it would be like NA, not red. Yeah, I can't believe I wanted to do 600 for the. No, we're not doing 600. What the fuck? Where's like the conditional formatting? Is it just if it's not 600, it's red? Oh my god, yeah. Where's conditional formatting? Okay, here we go. Wow. That is crazy. That's bonkers. That's insane. I wanted the starters at their final evolutions to have a BST of 600. That's insane. What the fuck was I cooking? Never let me in the kitchen again. But here, let's put Chrysal there. The issue with Chrysal is that it comes with at base 10 more evolutions because it's the Eevee. Ice cream, but we haven't had any clean bowls for like 2 weeks. Dang. Isn't the dishwasher at all? You could do it, Tato. Like I'm just saying. No, you empty it. Let's see, what's Eevee's base stat total? 325? The fact that I ended with 345 BST is crazy. And Eevee's got 325. I think I'm just built different, chat. Three 25, 525. They all have 525. That is higher than Drudkin's base stat total. I am taking that personally. I'll take that personally by eating this cheeseburger. Yummy. But Chrysal's abilities are, what were they? I already forgot. Sturdy, Anticipation, Clear Body. It is Fairy Rock. It's Rock Fairy. I did. I take it personally. The thing with Crystal is what it is it is the soul crystals from 14. And the soul crystals are what let you use the advanced classes. It's what lets Gladiator become Paladin. It is what lets Rogue become Ninja. Stuff like that. It's what lets Thaumaturge become Blade. So what's gonna happen is once you get your middle evolution, once you get that to level 30, um once you get it to level 30, it will evolve just like normal. Um and after it evolves, uh depending on what it is, you will go talk to an NPC and you will be given a crystal, which is meant to be, soul of the blank. So, if you have your Gladiator evolve into Pyredin, if you go talk to the Sultan Sworn NPC that I will put where he needs to be, he will give you a crystal. And it will not be shiny locked, because fuck shiny locks. So I guess I just go down the list and I do what's the shiny gonna look like? Um like the question mark circle thing for when Pokemon when you send out like a Pokemon that doesn't have a sprite in the gens? Um why did I say on the gens? That doesn't make sense. In like the non 3D gens. What's the Ditto? I don't know. I don't know what the Ditto is gonna be. I know what the Smeargle is gonna be, and that's gonna be Blue Mage. In the generators, that's right. This is actually a Dead by Daylight stream. And thank God that the sun just set. I've got plenty of time before I'm dead. Wouldn't Smeargle be Pictomancer? Smeargle's whole thing is copying abilities. While I understand like the paint aesthetic that you're going for, that is like note for note Blue Mage. Don't play games so I wouldn't know. I mean, I understand. Originally Blue Mage was going to be um Blue Mage was going to be the Ditto, but I then like immediately realized that it's literally just Smeargle. Austin Hollow Knight earlier. Yeah, I saw that. You pinged me about it. Why not have 2 blue mages? That's too many blue mages. And also, blue mages permanently copy abilities, not just temporarily while they're fighting the creature. These fries are really good. Usually Burger King fries kind of suck, but these are really good. I keep stalling, but I need to type out these other evolution names. So first is going to be Dragrass. Dragoon. Dragoon. Drassol. I think it's all going to end with Soul. You know, the way that all of the evolutions end with Eon. We got Barsoul. That's the spirit of drinking right there. The soul of the bar. Salute. Got Weisel for White Mage. Which did not become Wage. Because capitalism is evil. Got Palisol for Paladin. Monsol for Monk. We got Blassol for Black Mage for Blage. Palisand? No, Palisol. Pal World? God damn it. It always finds its way back. We got Warsoul for Warrior, for Warter. We got Ninsoul for Ninja. Subsoul for Summoner. Gunbreaker. Gunsoul goes crazy. But the way that Chrysol is going to evolve is with high friendship, and if the corresponding Pokemon is in the party. All instead of Soul. I kind of like them ending with Soul, because the items in 14 are called Soul of the thing. Look, chat, it's been a long day for me. You have to cut me some slack, please. I cannot think. And this is Chrysol because it is called a soul crystal. Originally, it was going to be named Soul Chris, but I feel like Crystal is better. Okay, let me put in Chrystal's BST. We got 80. Attack is 35. You know, it's not gonna be much of an attacker. It's definitely more of a support mod. Defense is 75. Monsol, more like Monsieur. That one's gonna have a mustache and punch you with it. Special attack is 50 because it's a really shiny crystal. Special defense is 75 and speed is 30. It's a rock. Like what do you want? It's a rock. So we have our first fully fleshed out 14 mon. Blastel, more like Blage. I really want to know what the competitive scene for this would look like. Can't see the bottom four because of the flower border, so I can't make jokes about them. Hold on, let me scroll down. I'm gonna go grab my root beer. I left it on my nightstand when I walked in because my hands were full. Oh, walking hurts. Walking really sucks right now. Feels like no matter what I do, I'm stepping on Legos. Legos. Jesus Christ, maybe I need to go be put down. Okay, now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the secondary types. It is going to be rock and the corresponding secondary type. So Dressel is going to be rock dark. Keep any fighting Pokemon away from this, please. You're going to shatter this. It's more like school. got an S and a U. I mean, it makes sense because it's based on scholar. So, like, it's good that it can be shortened easily to school. Oh, hold on, let me come back down so you can keep mocking them. Did I see the Sumsol one? Or, like, product sold? Stupid. That's a whole lot of rocks. Too many rocks make some rolls? No. Uh, so we have Psychic Rock. Are there any rock psychic Pokemon? Oh, yeah. Lunatone, Solrock, and Iron Boulder. Is this fairy? Are we? We're back to Rock Fairy, baby. Also, keep fighting types away from Palisol. I've noticed that they're either 4 times weak to fighting or neutral to fighting. That's kind of funny. Carping, Tyranitar, Lunatone, and Carbink. Any Rock Steel? Bastiodon. No, it's Probopass actually. So just for when Blitz gets here, this is Probopass. Rock Fighting? Oh yeah, Terrakion. I'm noticing a large amount of Dark and Fighting types. Hmm. Ninsoul could be Ghost. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna take away Dark because I feel like I'm too encroaching on Greninja's territory. Hold on. I need to look up Greninja real fast. Okay, I did not accidentally steal its Japanese name. That's good to know. Let me go look at its languages and other names. Okay, it is not Ninjet anywhere. That's good to know. I wanted these motherfuckers to have 700. No. Wrong. 600. I like root beer. Root beer good. I just realized reading Snowcloak, that absolutely needs to be Shiva's ability. Not because like it's a good ability or anything. Because after doing the dungeon in 14 Snowcloak, that is when you fight Shiva in Akafa Amphitheater. Feels weird giving a freshly hatched Chocobo no guard, but oh well. I'll extend Arena Trap as well. But only Intimidate goes to Chocorojo. I'm not intimidated by a Chicobo or a Chocobo. Alright, so if this is 345. Yeah, they're 200 higher. They all have something that's 130. Okay, so they're just like shifting around the same stat spread, so that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna be shooting for 545. So let's see, Dragoon. Probably high special attack. I never figured out Dragoon's actual stats. Okay. I don't think I can stall anymore. I think I have to figure out all of the Pokemon stats. Actually, no, maybe I'll do this and I'll use it as a basis to do this. Yeah, that seems like a good idea for me. Uh, HP and the defenses are probably going to be kind of low. Insert Dragoon floor tank joke here. I want the glassiest cannon. Which one of these has the lowest defenses? Espeon? It might be Espeon. Espeon and Jolteon are tied. Tied with Vaporeon, Jolteon, and Espeon are all like the frailest. Who has the lowest HP? Not Vaporeon. Okay, so no, it is Jolteon and Espeon. The thing is the stat spread I make here has to be shuffled through everyone. And that includes when I go do the Heaven Sword and when I do the Stormblood and Shadowbringers and Walker and Dawn Trail. Once again, no, you're not getting 600 BSTs. Your starter Pokemon. You're getting like 540 at best. At best, 540. Okay. Frail hard hitter. I think Dragoon. Is it going to be a special attacker? No, it's got to be a physical attacker. So Dragoon is going to have give it 60 base HP. Its attack is going to be way high though, probably like 150. Defense, we'll make that 50. You are a glass cannon. Special attack is gonna be decent. Probably, I will make it 95. Special defense is also gonna be pretty low. I'll set that to 52. And then speed also gonna be insane. I'll make it 140. Because that gives us 200 more than Chrysal. This is the stat spread I need to shuffle between everything. So maybe I should not have made some of those stats as low as I did. Uh-oh. Sabi did an oopsies. Barsoul. Also going to be kind of frail. I might rework. 150 is a crazy high attack stat. What the fuck am I cooking? Hold on. What does 150 put it on par with? Mega Scizor, Mega Mewtwo Y, and Mega Beedrill. That's too much attack. You know, yeah, maybe that Eevee stat spread was onto something. I'll be so honest. Yeah, no, this is like the border between megas and legendaries. And slacking. And Hero Palafin. And Rampardos. And Kartana. Yeah, alright. I'll drop it to 140. And then this to 120. Immediately what I want to do is bring these two up. And then I have 5. I don't want 360s. I want 6 different numbers. At the very least, 5 different numbers in one repeat. But it's going to be a pretty mid-range to low repeat. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to lower Chrysal. Um, hmm. With the unskippable Mamateto cutscene, oof. Um, I will make HP 7. Is this a good stat spread? What did I miss? Uh, me making dumb stat spread choices. Also, me giving the Chocobo line, No Guard, and Arena Trap. You might have been here for that. I don't think you were. Um, was not? Yeah, okay. Hmm. Making bad jokes about the names. Minor spelling mistake. Mods Tickle Tato. Nymph, more like pedantic. Yeah, that is probably the most egregious name on the list, like even beyond Blage. Limsaqua Quavel. Crazy. Oh, nope, not 64, 65. Not 655. No, you do not get that. I think I'm happier with this stat spread. If I could like see this on a chart. I cannot see the kind of chart that I want. I think this is what I want. Water is what I say when I get my wisdom teeth removed and someone takes my water. Yeah, I like this. This looks much better for a stat spread that I'm going to be copying multiple times over. Okay. Perfect. What does this look familiar to, Tato? If it looks familiar to the EV stat spread, no, it doesn't. Maybe a Mount Holly thing? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's a damn good looking stat spread. I pulled up a different website to make the chart in. Alright, now the thing is, we just have to figure out what goes where on everything else. Bar Soul. First, I wish there was an option to like swap cells. Like I want to pick this up, put it here, and pick this up, put it here. What would your stat spread be? 1 billion across the board. Too powerful. Must ban, please. Your ability gives plus 20 priority on every move. I think for Bard, it's going to be 140 speed. Because I think an arrow shoots faster than a man with a spear moves. Then it's going to be 110 special. It's still going to be pretty frail. Stats would be ones across the board. I can't believe Tato is weaker than Snom, but actually that makes sense because we're all weaker than Snom. Here, just so I feel better, I will make this 65 and this 70. Weissel, going to be a very defensive. Very defensive. I'll put 110 physical. 140 special. That's too much stats. You gotta go down somewhere. I'll put this down to 95. Actually, no, I'll put you to 70. HP will be 95. And then you're down to 65. And you're down to 65. I mean, like, it's kind of pointless giving these offensive stats when they're purely supposed to be supportive. Paste all the rows and put the numbers in manually? Probably. I'm not gonna undo it though. Let's see. Palisol. Another very defensive, though this one's going to be. I'll make this one primarily physically defensive. I'll put 95 in HP here too. Because it hurts more to get hit with a shield than it does. Then it hurts more to be hit with shield than it does to be hit by wood stick. I don't know, maybe some wood sticks really hurt. Monsol, this is going to be very punchy. Imagine if I gave it Iron Fist. I did give it Iron Fist. Huge power. That's what it is. You know what the king of all wood sticks is? The one that you can pretend is a sword when you're a kid. No, it's the ruler. What a nice summer night it is. Oh, the crickets have stopped. How sad. Monk is gonna be fast, but like not that fast. All the crickets died. I did. I killed them with Palisol. By the way, the purpose of these Pokemon is to be essentially a Soldew that takes up a party spot instead of an item spot. Which means you could give Pyrodin a assault vest and put it in a party with Palisol, and Palisol will make it all that much more tankier. I don't care if it's gonna ruin the format. I don't care if the competitive scene is gonna be dead on arrival. I walked to Burger King, then I walked back home from Burger King. I already ate my Burger King, I just got my root beer left. Hello, Blitz. Blitz, let me introduce you to the newest member of the Pokédex, or the Eorzea Dex. Crystal. I drew this at work. During a meeting. And it was just meant to be like this doodle. And then I ended up figuring out its abilities and its base stats. I also figured out its typing, but I didn't write it down on the paper. Can I be paying attention to that? It's fine. I was paying enough attention to know what was happening. Welcome to the team, Crystal. Yeah, no, it's pronounced like crystal without the T. Crystal. And it is our Eevee, which means that it can individually evolve into any one of these 10 Pokemon. And then it will evolve into 3 different ones when you get to Heavensward, and 2 different ones in Stormblood, and another 2 in Shadowbringers, and another 2 in Endwalker, and another 2 in Dawntrail. For a total of 2 fucking many crystals that I have to hand out. Wonder what this is based off of? If only there was a way to tell. If only. Could possibly be added twice per expansion. Something. Nothing I know of. What if I change the name of the ability from Soul of the Blank to like the name of the weapon from the class? Like, I'm sorry, Dragoon would just have Gay Bulge. I'm sorry. But Palisol would have it would have Cortana, that's what it is. Soul of the Fist. I don't know monks. Cortana, like the Ultra Beast, crazy. Oh yeah, monk get blow high fists that they can punch with, which is crazy. I want those, but that would require me playing monk. Uh, are the Kaiser Knuckles? Is that like the final thing? Oh yeah, Zeta are the final ones. Let me look at the artifact weapons. So, Minamimoto got me pronouncing it Zeta. I don't blame ya. I don't have a page for the. Okay, the Zodiac weapons is the first stage. The first stage of the Zodiac weapon. So Palisol would be Cortana. Bravura would be, or Bravura would go to Warsaw. Gay Bulge would go to Drossel. Sphirai would go to Monsol. Yoshimitsu would go to Ninsol. Artemis, I'll just call it Artemis, would go to Barsol. Stardust will go to Blossol. What the fuck am I supposed to do for the Veil of Wii U? Fuck it. Veil of Wii U to, what is it? Sumsol. Cyrus to Ysol. And Omnilex to Skasol. Just call it Wii U, maybe. Scott the Wallace, his favorite veil. Crazy. I can't believe he's getting married. Alright. What is this? Virus. Seven letters? There was only six. Okay. Usabi, click on the right tab the first time challenge. Difficulty impossible. Gay Bulge, how I pronounce it, coward, call it Gay Bulge. You see, Blitz, you keep saying that I'm pronouncing the G like a J, but then I would be calling it J Bulge. And I don't want to be talking about Jay's Bulge. I don't even know who he is. Like the G in garage? You mean a garage? Sending the Fire Emblem pronunciation. Anyway, back to it. Monsol, 140 attack is good. I'll make it a bit tankier. I'll put the, well, 95 is going to be in special. Yeah. No, I'll have 95 in speed. Yeah, no, I've only got 10 minutes before I've got to call it a night and go shower and tear my feet off if they don't fall off on their own. I turn my feet off. It has felt like I've been walking on Legos all day. It has not been fun to be Usabi today. Um, Heaven's Sword. Damn. Fucking Dark Soul is gonna get. Can I name it Dark Soul? I don't know if I can legally name it Dark Soul. Maybe it might just have to be Dark Soul. Damn Blitz. That's Dark Soul 3. I didn't think about it until I said it out loud. But yeah, no, whatever I end up naming it, it's gonna have the ability Deathbringer. And that's sick as hell. What does Machinist get? Ferdinand. Considerably less cool. And Astrologian gets Atlas, which is, I guess, fine. Do we not have artifact weapons for Stormblood? No, there's the antiquated artifact weapons. That's right, because of Eureka. Anyway, Samurai gets Hikuichi Munji, and Red Mage gets Murgle. Shabodringer. Oh, fuck yeah, Lionheart. And Krishna. Endwalker. Death Sickle. And Agnea. For DC, we've got the additions of Sargatanas and Angel Brush. There's gotta be a better name than Angel Brush. That feels wrong. I didn't finish Monsol. Oh, okay. 110 and something. Damn, I'm putting a lot of things, but No, I can't have Palisol, Monsol, and Ysol all have the same HP. Yes, I can. I'm in charge here. Okay. I'm snoozing those ads because I'm gonna be ending in 5 minutes. 4 minutes, actually. Damn. Cringe. Lysol gonna be the slowest, immediately setting your speed to 65. However, your special attack is absolutely gonna be 140. You're gonna go crazy in Trick Room. Your physical attack also going down to 65. Give you special defense. $95 defense. Warsaw. You're gonna be a more offensive version of Palisol. We're gonna put 110 in your defense, 95 in your in your attack. Fuck it, I'll give 140 HP to Warsaw. Alright. There we go. Warsaw, figure it out. 3 left. Ninsol, Samsol, Skosol. I feel like Ninsol's speed should be pretty high. It's a ninja. I'm gonna put 95 in its attack. Despite the fact that it is a melee DPS class, I'm gonna make its attack weaker because it's speedy. No, I'll give it 110 physical. Special attack is going to have to wait. I'm gonna delete these 2 lines because I didn't get to them and I don't want to confuse myself in the future. And I'm going to end it here. I will see you all for a normal stream time tomorrow. I'm streaming at my normal time tomorrow. Thank fucking God. Jojo, not right now. Jojo, man, I'm ending. Jojo. And Lillin's here? No. God. Terrible timing. Unfortunate. Yeah, sorry, gang. I appreciate the raid. You just picked a poor time to do it. The whole D&D gang's here. Oh my god, Pandora! Pandora, you haven't... Pandora, you've been entirely out of the loop. Hi Pandora, it's been a while. Gotta play some 14 again. Here, before I end, I'll show you all what I've been up to. I've been working on a project recently where I am making a crossover fan game between Pokemon and Final Fantasy XIV, and I was working on the decks for that tonight because work has been held for the last month now, I think. Yeah, so let me introduce you to some of the dog shit names I've got. We have our grass starter, Grassania. I should mention that none of these have art yet. Actually, one of them has like a sketch, but we'll get to Crystal, our newest member, today. Grassania is our grass starter. Can evolve into 3 different Pokemon. Grancer, Barkcher, or Consager. And each of those has their 3rd tier evolution. Grancer evolves into Dragrass, Barkcher evolves into Bardendrum, and Consager evolves into Moulage. Our fire starter, Emba. This is the name that I'm proudest of. I love Emba. Emba can also evolve into 3 things. Gladiator, Pugil Inferno, or Thaumaturge. Gladiator evolves into Pyredin. Pugil Inferno evolves into Flamunk. And Thaumaturge evolves into Blage. I'm really proud of Blage. No, I'm not. I fucking hate Blage, but it's so funny that I'm keeping it. We love Blage. When I eventually play this on stream, I will not be evolving to Blage. I'm sorry, I'm evolving into Pyredin. And our water starter is Limsaqua. Limsaqua evolves into Marwater, Sprogue, or Arcandit. Need to drop by these streams more again. Haven't been on Twitch almost all the last year, and it's some change. Oof. Yeah, no, I was off streaming for a couple months. Oh my god! No, you guys don't know. I've moved entirely states. Like, I'm not in Utah anymore. I've joined a lot of my friends over in PST land. It's currently 9 p.m. for me. Yeah. It's been great. I moved out here just over a year ago. Yeah. Oh my god, Lillian, did I never tell you either? Damn. Yeah, no, I moved like a year ago. So I didn't stream for what, 6 months, something like that, and it was terrible. I did not like that I couldn't stream for like 6 months. Probably the biggest change for those of you who haven't been around is that I am normal now. I use that term loosely as I am currently half naked, but this is after hours and the rules don't apply here. Anyway, back to the names. Marwater evolves into Warter. Sprogue evolves into Ninjet. And Arcandate has 2 evolutions. It can evolve into Sumundine, or I need to really rename this. This is supposed to be Scholar. But it's named Pedanymph. What the fuck was I thinking with that? Nice tits, I approve. Thank you, Lilin. As someone who frequently sees your NSFW Blue Sky posts, I must also say nice tits. Anyway, so that's it for our starters, taking up 22 slots of the decks. So our staple flying type Pokemon, it starts as the base stage of Chocobo, evolves into Chocobo, which evolves into Chocoroho. Dear God, I've never recovered from Red Chocobo in Bozia. And now, to introduce the newest member, I doodled this at a work meeting today. Crystal. Godface, this is our, this is the Soul Crystal. I turned it into a Pokemon. It is also the Eevee parallel. The Soul Crystal? No, it's like the Soul of the Paladin, Soul of the Monk, stuff like that. Yeah, Blank Job Stone Crystal, which has 10 evolutions so far. If you notice down here at the bottom, I have pages for all of the expansions, so there's going to be a lot of crystal evolutions. Yeah, no, it's gonna have like 20 something. It's crazy. It's already got 10 right here. We've got Drassol, Barsol, Wisol, Palisol, Monsol, Blasol, Warsol, Ninsol, Sumsol, and Skosol. Yeah. It's been a journey. Oh, and down here at the bottom, I have the primals as they're gonna be pseudo legend, but like they're not gonna evolve. They're just gonna have 600 BST. Yes, Sumsol has Veil of the Wii U because that's its ARR relic weapon. Otherwise known as an assortment of Carbink, Tyranitar, Lunatone, Terrakion, and some others. Yeah. So we've got Ifrit, who's Fire, Supreme Capitalism with FC subs on alt. I own 3 FCs? Jesus Christ, Godface, what the fuck? Godface, are you up to content in 14? Are you all caught up? Because I've been doing the newest extreme. I've been progging it blind with a group for the last like what month and a half at this point. Really, like, Godface, you've got to teach me your ways. I am shit broken 14. I'm so poor. I consistently have like between 10,000 and 100,000 gil at any given time. Realm of the Bad God. Yeah, no, I've seen you opening it. Want like 5 million? Don't give me 5 million gil, Godface. I want to earn my gil, god damn it. Yeah, no, I haven't thought about Realm of the Mad God since I played it in like 10th grade. But I saw you opening it, I think last night, and I was like, God, what a throwback. Realm of the Mad? Yeah, no, I played it like back when it was still a web game. Back in 3rd grade. Forgot about it until 10th grade. And then I haven't thought about it until recently. But yeah, no, I haven't had much time for anything recently. Work has been kicking my ass to and fro, and yeah. Alright, ads are starting again, and I'm out of snoozes. So I do think I have to end here. Jojo, thank you for the raid. Lilin, Godface, Pandora, it was nice to see y'all again. I'm gonna go shower and pass the fuck out. My feet hurt so much. I'm not gonna raid anyone. DM. I'm gonna go shower first, Godface. I'll see y'all next time. Good.